Jeremy Kagan's The Journey of Natty Gann is some kind of miracle. With this film, Disney gently subverted boys' stories like Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, properties they later bought, and redesigned them with a young female audience in mind. The strategy didn't exactly pay off. It opened to positive, if suspicious, reviews, as if critics didn't want to admit that this good a movie could have come from a studio in the middle of a very peculiar identity crisis that had just spent the last 10 years chasing audiences that didn't exist yet. Natty Gann did speak to some people, just not enough for Disney to keep making movies this considered, quiet, patient, and effortlessly touching. Like The Straight Story, it was so far off Disney's beaten path you begin to wonder what the catch is. Thankfully, there is none. This film is real, and for that we can be grateful. From the Aaron Copland-inspired score by the great James Horner, to the pastoral cinematography by legendary director of photography Dick Bush, this film seems perpetually lost in a beautiful drift through history, less a period piece than a gorgeous dream of America. Kagan's compositions turn his lost heroes into specks on a tired landscape, halfway tamed by American machinery. Natty Gann, played by Meredith Salinger, is a teenage girl living through the Depression. When her father accepts work across the country, she sets out to find him. Her picaresque journey is interrupted by various characters representing different aspects of downtrodden America between the wars, men, women, and children looking for purpose and shelter. Her only companion is a wolf that takes a shine to her after she frees him from a dogfight. A scene so bleakly beautiful, it feels as if the script went missing and was hastily replaced by a copy of Cormac McCarthy's The Crossing.
Stop that animal! Don't let him get away! Cut him off!
Here, the usual Disney princess is a cigarette-smoking tomboy who gets knocked down a lot, but always punches back.
Yeah, you want to make some out of it?
Yeah.
Well, come on, try it.
She has self-respect, and it keeps her alive and on course, even when America seems hell-bent on slowing her down with imprisonment or near-fatal calamity. This country is dangerous, but it's no match for a girl and her wolf. The film has a lot to say about communism and representation of the working class, which itself is quietly subversive. Natty's father is careful not to be branded a communist, and the word union is never spoken aloud, but it's heavily implied that it's only fear of destitution and not being able to feed his only daughter that keeps him from openly branding himself a Red.
Dad? What's a commie?
Is that what the fight was about?
Frankie's dad says you'll go to Russia because you're a commie. Are you?
Going to Russia?
You know what I mean. Are you?
No. I'm no Red. I just fight for what I believe in.
A few weeks believing Natty dead turns him into a hollowed-out shell of a man, willing to take dangerous jobs from dead co-workers. His proximity to death makes him susceptible to greed, or at least willing to appear greedy, to feel the cool touch of money like running your hand into a stream after a bad burn. He climbs higher to escape thoughts of life's meaninglessness. Natty continuously encounters evidence that America needs the New Deal in a bad way. Hobos wander the countryside looking for work, food, or a bed, and don't mind stealing all three, because there is no honest work to be found. Natty's father is so anxious for money he leaves his only daughter in the care of his landlord when a potential job arises. The journey of Natty Gann fits into a continuity of Depression-era narratives, which mostly belong to men, whose clothes Natty must wear to escape detection, by showing how hard the working man had it in every pocket of the developing nation, if he was dignified with enough opportunity to call himself that. This film gives them that dignity through its images, lovingly turning them into expressive heroes straight out of a tintype, richly realized scrappers who only want their fair share.
Come here. It's moving.
That Disney, whose very existence is a paean to rugged individualism and an unregulated free market, allowed this socialist ode to a country's potential for greatness, for togetherness, for tender understanding, for harboring and supporting families, is reason to celebrate. That the film is also as piercingly beautiful and heartwarming as it is, that's some kind of miracle.